Could I ask that you kindly take your seats, please? Thank you. How are you? Good, yeah. How are you? See you again. Okay, good morning everybody. Hope you're all well. Hope your hotel accommodation is suitable. You're having a good time. Excellent event yesterday evening. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do a few things before the President arrives, namely with our devices. Okay, so we're going to do a test on the Lumi device. And then we'll see how many people are in the room. And then the President will do his opening speech. The President will arrive at any time, but I think it's useful that we get on with just the prelims before we start. Okay, so that's good. All right. Okay. Matt, Lumi, are you ready? Okay, so it's important that we get the situation correct when it comes to voting. Really important. So we've got a couple of things on the agenda today that we need to push through. To my left is Yuri Zaitsev. Yuri's our legal counsel. And Yuri deals with everything on that side for us. Very experienced lawyer, sports lawyer, so we're really lucky to have him. Far left, we've got Ms. Katerina. Katerina works as the head of accounts, along with Genta, who's at the rear of the building. We've got our two finance ladies here. She'll present the figures at the end, finance figures at the end of the Congress. So everybody's ready. That's good. All right. So let's move on to the test of the Lumi device. Over to Matt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris, and good morning, everyone. Before we start the proceedings, I'll just run you through how to use your Lumi device, and for those of you online, how to vote using the Lumi platform. So, you should have all received a voting keypad and a voting smart card. These will have been issued to you by my colleagues at the back of the room. If you are eligible to vote and you have not received this yet, please do go and collect it. So, your smart card should hopefully be inserted into your device already, as you can see here. If not, please take the smart card with the arrows facing downwards and glide it into your handset. You'll get a welcome message and you should see your country at the top of the screen. Please note, you must have inserted this to be able to cast a vote. So, when the vote is opened, it will automatically appear on your devices, and you'll get 3 options: yes, no, or abstain. You use the white trackball in the middle of the device to scroll, and then press the green square to select your vote. And once you've voted, a vote received message will appear to confirm that we have received your vote. And if you wish to check how you voted, you can press the green square again to check your response. Now, for as long as the vote is open, you can change your vote as many times as you like. And to do so, simply press the red triangle. You'll be presented with the options again. which will enable you to cast your vote again. Please note that when the vote is declared closed, you'll see this IBA logo and you'll no longer be able to modify or cast your vote. And your last selected option will be counted. So, for those of you attending via the Zoom, here's how to participate using the Lumi platform. So, just some housekeeping. We recommend you use a computer or a desktop rather than a tablet or mobile phone. A good and reliable internet connection is very important. We recommend using Google Chrome, and you should have been sent your login credentials from IBA@lumiengage.com. So, when the vote is announced, you'll need to minimize your Zoom and navigate to the Lumi platform. The vote will automatically appear on the Lumi platform, and you'll get the following options: yes, no, or abstain. And to cast your vote, simply click an option and it will be highlighted, and you'll get a vote received confirmation message. You can change your vote as many times as you like while the poll remains open, and then as soon as it is closed, the vote will disappear and your last selected option will be counted. Please note, you cannot vote on the Zoom, you must vote on the Lumi platform. So, if you do have any technical issues, please, of course, email iba@lumiengage.com. And with all that done and dusted, we'll move to a test vote. And that test vote is, will the weather be sunny tomorrow? And that vote is now open. So you should see on your handsets or on your computer screen that the options yes, no, and abstain appear on your device. You'll need to scroll using the trackball, and you'll need to press the green square to cast your vote. Please do raise your hand if you're having any issues. And for those of you online, you'll need to minimize the Zoom and navigate to the Lumi platform. You cannot vote on Zoom. You can change your vote as many times as you like during the Congress, while the vote is still open, but do remember that your last submitted vote will be counted when the vote is closed. And I can see that the votes are coming in nicely. Please do raise your hand if you're having any issues. Please ensure your smart card is inserted, and you should see the options yes, no, or abstain. So I can see we're waiting on another 22 people or so. Please do raise your hand if you're having any issues at all. Leave that vote open just a little while longer. You can see the vote is starting to level out, so we'll close that vote in 30 seconds. The vote will close in 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the vote is now closed. Please wait briefly while the results are calculated. Thank you very much, and the results are displayed. So the test vote was, will the weather be sunny tomorrow? And the total possible votes in the room and online was 103. Valid votes cast 89, and 85 of you said yes, 4 of you said no, and 4 of you abstained. So thank you very much. I hand the floor back to Chris.
Thanks, Matt. So there we go through the testing device. Everyone okay with that? If you do have any issues, then please raise your hand and one of the staff will come to you and support you, fix the issue. Okay, so we're going to move on. What we're going to do is we're going to look at how many national federations we've got online, how many we've got in the room, just so that we understand, ready for the voting process. And so with that, what I'd like to do here, Matt, is go back to you.
Thank you. Please give us a moment. We've had some new arrivals since I handed back to you, so please give me a moment just to update, but I'll be back with you in a minute.
Whilst we're waiting on that one, just for your awareness, or information, sorry. Number 1 on your handset is English. Number 2, French. Number 3 is Spanish. Number 4 is Russian. And number 5 is Arabic.
Thank you, Chris. So we are ready for the current roll call, which is 100 delegates in the room and 9 online. That can change as people arrive, so I'll update you accordingly. Thank you.
Great, thank you. If I could just kindly ask everybody to just stand up and give the President a bit of a clap, please. Thank you. So, extremely timely. President is now here. I would just like, before he does his opening speech, is to, on the back end of yesterday, congratulate the President on 5 years tenureship as the President of IBA. I think it's a fantastic accolade. I'm proud to be alongside him as his Secretary General. We've had some interesting times, turbulent times, but as you can see, culminating here in Dubai, everything is good. So, thanks, Umar. Thanks for everything you do for everybody. It's really appreciated. And we've done all of our prelims, all of our checks. We've done the numbers in the room. We have quorum. So, over to you for your opening speech.
Добрый день.
Good morning, our boxing family, my brothers and sisters. I'm happy to greet all of you, and I congratulate all of you on the boxing festival. This congress is a place where we come together and spend time and discuss the development of boxing as a sport in the interests of athletes and national federations. And I'm happy that simultaneously we are having a World Cup taking place. Over 118 countries are taking part in it. And what's happening today among athletes, great agitation in their participation, and the fact that we are awarding athletes down to the 5th place. This is very important to cover as many athletes and countries as possible and to make sure that athletes can get compensated. And it was very appropriate that 25% goes to NF, 25 to coach, and 50% goes to the athlete. And IBA will send that directly after the championship, after anti-doping checks. Prize money will be sent for the development of box to the national federation and to coaches. We plan to raise prize money from 8 to 10 million, and we want not 10,000 for 4th and 5th place, but 30,000 for 4th and 5th places. We want to cover as many countries as possible for athletes to know that their preparation, their training is justified. And I also suggest that we add one more weight category to make a total of 14 categories, and I hope I will be supported in this. Our main goal is to make sure that more countries participate, more countries get prizes, to make boxing a flagship sport, because this is one of the only sports where one athlete can glorify the whole country. I would like to thank all of you for your big efforts, for your contribution to developing boxing in your countries. We are willing and ready to cooperate. We are willing and ready to reach out, to come to your countries, to hold competitions. We are also ready and willing to provide support, such as we are ready to provide gloves and rings. Next year we have 4 continental tournaments with prize money for in each continent. The prize money will be 1 million. And the prize money will also go to the athlete, to the coach, and to the national federation. The reason we're doing this is for everybody to know that whatever IBA earns, this money belongs to you because you develop boxing in your countries. You bring athletes to the international arena. You bring them to the international arena, and we have, hence, such festivals as we're having now. We have IBA gym. We are having a program, investment program, which we're launching next year. We can openly say now that we are ready, because for this year, under all plans, we have over 50 million sponsorship funds planned. And over the year, we have to spend this money towards helping national federations, athletes, because there are lots of athletes who are not able to come, and IBA did provide this opportunity. Over 20 countries got IBA support to participate in the Championship of the World. I'm very proud of you, because all of it is done thanks to the boxing family. We're all doing this together. We're helping boxers and coaches to make their dreams come true. I'm very thankful for your trust in me, because only with trust in each other, we can develop boxing at the highest possible level. Boxing is already the king of sports, but we have to make it even greater. The professional competitions that we hold as part of World Championships is part of that. And next year, we will have a Team World Cup, and I will send you the information by the end of the year. So there will be a selection process. The prize money is 10 million. And the finals will be in August and September. Thank you. Therefore, I would like to turn to you, coaches, heads of federations, promoters. Please start forming your teams. Apart from continental tournaments, we will have a Team World Cup. Those who will take place in the Team Cup, they'll get 5 million. The team who get the second place will get 3. The third place will get 2. This is the distribution. But if you have ideas, we can distribute funds among the 4th and 5th places to widen the coverage. Let's make this cup better together and more interesting. Therefore, all ideas are welcome. Today, we see how IBA's popularity is growing throughout the world. Semifinals and finals are being broadcast by dozen. We have the IBA Challenger company working very effectively, and this company was specifically established to provide marketing and attract sponsors. So I would like to thank Chris, Helena, the whole IBA office. They're indeed doing a great job. And I would also like to thank continental presidents for their great efforts. We're now in Asia. I would like to thank Aziz. Aziz, thank you very much for your contribution. And of course, we would like to thank the host country for the warm welcome for interaction with the National Federation of the UAE. We have been working as a team, and this tournament is going wonderfully. And yesterday we held a forum, and everything is very successful, and we will work to improve. Today we have finals, we have a gala dinner, because it's a boxing festival. We need to come together like it is a festival. We need to see smiles on faces, because it is the only international association today where we celebrate athletes and not politicians. We have undergone a lot of pressure, but we were able to stand up to the pressure and keep our independence. I thank the support of athletes, coaches, and national federations alike. And our goal is to make boxing the main sport in each country.
Thank you, President Umar. Excellent opening speech, as always, from the heart. I'd also just like to echo on the back of that the great work that the Board of Directors do. The unsung heroes that sit in the room, and we put everything through the Board of Directors, who support week in, week out. Do a great job, and sat down here on the front row. You'll see them around, speak to them. Anything you need or just want to discuss, they're here. Also in the room we have BIRU, supporters throughout the year. Fantastic work. Thanks, Bernard. Bernard Velton at the front. He's here. He's our observer for the voting process. So, Mr. Malik as well. Thank you. Good to have you on board. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to run through the process of the Congress, starting with the approval of previous Congress minutes. Over to you, Matt.
Thank you very much, and the vote is now open.
So on this one, just as you're doing your piece, we pushed the minutes out. 6th of December was the cut-off for any comments. We didn't have any comments back.
Please do raise your hand if you're having any issues at all. Thank you. We'll close the vote in 10 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. The vote is now closed. Please wait while we calculate the results. And the results displayed. So, agenda point 3, do you approve the minutes of the IBA Ordinary Congress held in Dubai on 7 December 2024? Out of 121 possible votes, 102 voted, and 101 of you said yes, 1 said no, and 3 abstained. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, everybody. Okay, so let's move on to Secretary General report. Could we move on to the Secretary General report, please? Next slide. We've done this one. Next slide. Okay, good. I've got the... Okay, thank you. All right, so here we are in Dubai. What I'm going to do is give you a bit of an overview on where we are, what we've done. Morning, Manny. How are you? Manny's in the house. An overview of where we are and where we're going. And it'll culminate at the end just a discussion on the World Championships, tying in what the President's done. So we tried to align our priorities this year. We've had some turbulent periods, as you all know, because we've all been part of it. And I thank you all for your patience. It's not been easy what to do. It's the same for us. We understand where we are. We try to understand where we are. We work hard in delivering. We're not going to change the way our priorities are, delivering at the highest level. So we've realigned and we need to understand exactly where IBA is going. We made a number of changes, which you'll see later in the with the Constitution. But we've had a lot of interesting discussions with the President about understanding where we should go, how we should manage business. And the beauty of this is we've had some excellent integration and some discussions with national federations. So I thank you again for your direct support, collaborating particularly as we've come towards this important event in Dubai, Festival of Boxing. So there's been some really encouraging discussions, and I see a turn and a balance and a move towards the great work we're doing, shifting away from the previous discussions that we had regarding IOC and where we were with that. We are our own entity. A number of key strategic developments. As you're aware, IBA Pro, you saw a fantastic show last night. This event culminating at the end of the year, where we've had 16 events, IBA Pro events, high-level boxing, creating the conditions for success from amateur to professional. We are a hybrid organisation that is able to deliver from grassroots to the top end, as you saw last night with a world title belt. Interesting bout. But we are developing in this area and discussing a number of points. How do we get IBA Pro into the continents to embed that? Further discussions regarding committee work and looking at, in the future, 2026, subcommittees that we will place into the continents to work with promoters and expand not only the work there, but also on the marketing side, broadcasting side. Is important that each and every one in this room has a part to play in that, because it's for all of us. Your boxers competing here, want and aspire to be there, really important. So we're doing the work on this. Let's have further collaboration moving forward in early 2026, as the President has already said, and to try and bring the opportunities here for everybody. We touched earlier in the year on bare knuckle boxing and the engagement on that, namely across in in the President's Stomping Ground in Moscow. We've been doing some collaboration with BKB. This is an interesting sport. I've discussed a lot of this work with Gareth Davis here, who's a big advocate of that in the UK. If you need any info on bare knuckle, speak to Gareth at the front here. He'll give you some great detail on it. But this is an interesting sport. This is an interesting activity. And it's something, again, that we can roll out into your areas of responsibility. If you're interested, please touch base. Nothing is stopping us from doing the known and the unknown. It's all there for us. So further developments on bare knuckle boxing, let's discuss further. And when it comes with the proposals at the end regarding the Constitution, both IBA Pro and this activity dynamically will come into your areas. So please lean in, let's discuss. Communications team, we've improved scope and capability. You can see from the stars, Ellen has been working extremely hard with the team on the comms and PR side. We'll touch a little bit on PR in a minute, but particularly with the team that are in now, we're expanding. The girls, Masha and her team, working hard on social media. It's really, well, it's another level. It's another level. You're seeing all the stars around Deontay Wilder. This is all part of this process, strategic development. And you saw this yesterday at the forum. Everybody loves IBA. Everybody's loving the work we're doing. And this continued work on the comms side, please engage. Reaching out on the broadcasting piece as well, the marketing side, extremely interesting. For anybody out there that wants to be part of this, the door is open. Please engage. But this is where we're going. Touching on continental championships, as the President alluded to before, we have pushed a few things back into 2026. The aspiration was to have a wider application of events, but we've focused our attention to the end of the year in Dubai, because not only are we delivering a World Championships, we're also delivering an IBA Pro event. We're organising the Congress, we had a forum, we've got a gala dinner, so it takes a lot of work inside to manage. So we've done a review on this. There's a slide at the back end which will just give you a bit of a picture on it. Also including development, referees and judges, ITOs, cut technicians, all of these important qualifications, we're stepping up, we're ramping up. It's really important. Why? Because we want to graduate new people. And we're thinking a little bit more holistically on this development piece, tying in line with our Ease Day courses and the strategic work that we do there with qualifying people in sports management. We want to do the same and apply the same to bring in more people. We've identified gaps. We know where there are gaps. We know where there's areas of weakness. And with this, we'll focus on those areas and we will educate and graduate people. Pragmatic approach on this is needed because we don't want events everywhere. We need to know exactly what we're doing in the calendar and we need to apply that. Oceania Championships, Mr. Nenner at the front here, excellent event. If you want to try getting down to where he lives, it's far away. And of course, his area of responsibility is not just next door. You have to get on 3 flights to get to him. But both he and Dana did an excellent job to bring this championships together. They ran an R&J course there, also an ITO course. Really great work on his behalf and Dana's behalf. I congratulate you. Thanks, Dana, for doing that. Thanks, Dana. Emails daily coming in, so great connectivity. Thank you very much. But an excellent event down there in French Polynesia, and we'll do another one next year. African Championships, we pushed out the bidding process. We in Africa now, working with Pearl, we pushed over to the Normalisation Committee out of the Continental Office. for a number of reasons. We'll not go into that now, but we've realigned. We've got some key people in the Normalisation Committee of Africa, discussion points about many things to improve processes in place there. So we've had a period of calm and some discussions whilst here with some key representatives of the committee and presidents of national federations to look at the African Championships next year. So we realign and we go again. This is going to be really good for the continent and to support courses there also. Our Balkan friends just went on and did it. It was great. We supported with equipment. Balkan Championships opening up the opportunities and creating conditions for people in Europe, in the countries there, to prepare for the World Championships. I thank Bosnia and Herzegovina's Secretary General here who ran with this event. It was a great event and you know, continues to work hard and lean into the work we're doing. Mr. Ovik and his championship event in Armenia, again supporting the youth. The youth is important. Youth boxing is really important for us to manage and ensure that we've got the stars of tomorrow. Thank you, Ovik, for running with this event. EUBC continue to drive hard with their tournaments, self-sufficient. We support along the way alongside, but again, a really great opportunity, providing a platform for all of our athletes. Yuri will touch on this shortly, but this is to provide a clear picture for us moving into 2026. There is no conspiracy theories, nothing along these lines. There is a rationale. The board of directors have agreed on this work, and Yuri will explain in detail the reasons why. It's a positive move forward, and it allows us to place our finances in respective positions so that we can go again with our events. As I touched on before regarding comms and PR, we have a new comms manager, Taruka. She's been doing some great work and rolling out press release. What I would say here is, anybody out there that's doing anything of great interest or something that's close to your heart, please send it in. Send it in to the office. We will roll this out. We will do what you need to be done to advertise your work and to celebrate your work on our website. So please engage with the team. It's important. We'll touch here on the World Championships. And as I talk about everything that we've done previously this year, okay, again, turbulent times, but we roll through it with due diligence. We go straight down the middle. The IBA machine keeps moving forward. And this event, 75 years on, as the President has already said, is a celebration of sport, it's a celebration of boxing, it's a celebration of unity. This event, fantastic. Yesterday, you heard Manny talking about his experiences from when he was here, moving up. Really great to have Manny on board. He'll be there this afternoon for this. And it's the engagement, the boxers can see how close you can touch these stars here. Mr. Ben over there, how are you? Really good. We can just touch our stars of our legends who are all part of this, the comms piece, World Championships, understanding talent, punching through to IBA Pro. Really great. And if you haven't been to the venue yet, and I hope you have, but if you haven't been to the venue yet, when you walk in to the Dubai Tennis Centre, it's not Dubai Tennis Centre, it's the IBA Boxing Centre. It will blow your mind when you walk in there. It will blow your mind when you walk into this stadium, this venue. It's unbelievable. And this is what we're doing for our athletes. As you can see there, I just touched on a couple of figures. 108. We actually had 18 national federations registered. Yes, it was. 108 national federations here in Dubai, 428 athletes. And they're all having an extremely good time. Championship's brilliant. 155 national federations registered for the Congress. So again, IBA, we're here, we're on point. I'm just going to go into a little bit of business that we had earlier in the year, and the President wanted to do something huge midway through. We had an extremely large press conference in Istanbul. Many people there. This was the awakening of IBA into the golden era. Opportunity, bare knuckle boxing, IBA Pro, IBA boxing game, new innovations, how we look at our registration of athletes, how we look at developing those processes, connectivity with BoxRec, and how we ensure that your boxers can benefit from everything we do. It was great. It was an excellent celebration again, and it was a real key eye-opener for many of our, shall we say, friends out there, the opposition, from all four corners. I think it's interesting that after the press conference that we had, we moved on to a business forum. We had some key people there talking about different bits of business that we're going to engage in through 2026. President touched on what we're going to do through 2026 and the finances that we're going to be receiving to ensure that you get the very, very best. We had Donald Trump turn up, Jr., just turned up for a chat with the President, and some real key initiatives moving forward into the West. So looking ahead for 2026, watch this space. We're out to strengthen relationships everywhere. We want to win friends and influence. That's what we do. That's what IBA does best. We're out there doing it, strengthening our board, strengthening our national federations. We want to engage. We want to bring you in to the family, please. Anything you need, come on board. It is a really important time for us now, and you'll see a little bit of a dynamic change. You need to open up your minds holistically to a sports organisation that does everything. It's not just the red corner and the blue corner. We've got the black corner and the gold corner. We've got a plethora of things ongoing, taking part in e-sport activity. It is a full holistic ecosystem in IBA. We do everything. So some key outputs from those discussions and business forum, working with key organizations, broadcasting companies, marketing companies, pushing out across many countries, and it's a look forward to 2026. I keep talking about that, but this year was really important to try and dig in and understand where we're going and what we're doing. So to pull all of this out the bag, to have a really good end to 2025, moving forward to 2026, and to embrace all the innovative activities that we plan on doing. I actively encourage you to be part of that process, please. As you're aware, prize pot, 8.32 million for this World Championships, Men's Elite Championships here. You heard Johnny Nelson and Amir Khan talking yesterday about this. You don't even get this across the professional space. This is big money for our athletes, life-changing money, life-changing money. I just put a point on there, 82 countries we supported financially to come here. That was airline tickets and accommodation. So we provided that to get people here, to support them, to support the national federations. That was boxers, coaches. This was the President's instruction. We delivered. IBA calendar is important. Yeah, go on then, why not? Yeah. President spoke about the opportunities, continental championships, which is what we're going to do next year. Elite event, and then culminating in a World Cup. We picking up on the team event also, really important. From the back end of these championships, we're looking at top-end boxers to introduce to IBA Pro. And then we're looking at boxers that will form teams to become part of this process. So, that concludes, sorry, 2 seconds. Okay, that concludes my small area of report. We'll come back onto it shortly. Yuri's going to do his bit, and then I'll pick up with Katerina. President has requested, kindly, Manny, if you could come up and give a few words, it would be great. Would you like to? Would you like to come up and give a few words to the Congress? It would be great if you could. Let's give a round of applause to Manny. Hi, Manny. How are you? So, we brought Manny on. I'm just touching him here. Manny Pacquiao. Are you Manny Pacquiao? Yeah. Manny's here. Brilliant. Legend. Absolute legend. And part of it, and his team as well. His team are excellent. You know, they support Manny everywhere. And we went to Manila with the board. And if you go there to the Philippines and you're with Manny, everybody's around him. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Manny, do you want to say a few words on your thoughts on IBA, where we're going? Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. And I want to thank God for this opportunity. And I want to thank our President, Omar Kremliv, for all his effort and support for this IBA. And Chris, thank you. And Elena for working hard to do this 5th Congress of IBA. And I know the IBA's vision is not a short-term but long-term vision to help those less fortunate athletes, young athletes. And I really love the vision of IBA because looking to the young athletes who dream big, and not only in one country or two countries, but all over the world. That's the vision of IBA, to promote and help. And also the most important thing is building relationship to each individual. Like the more stronger our relationship is, the more brighter future is. And that's the good thing that Omar doing right now. Also all the board of directors of IBA, officers. And Omar, thank you so much to all your hard work and effort to support the young athletes. And I know, and you know that my experience in life is unexplainable. Like, it's hard to explain why how Manny became like this, because I was a boy from our country that selling donuts, flowers, anything like that, and sleeping in the street. That's my life story, sleeping in the street. I experienced that. And sometimes I eat, sometimes none. I just drink water to survive. And that's my experience. And I cannot imagine that what I have done in life and accomplished in life, it's because of I dream big, and also I believe God. Without God, I am nothing. So I'm so thankful for this IBA vision to help in building relationships. The most important is building relationships to each individual. So thank you for coming here today for this Congress, and I hope that we will see you again in the future IBA Congress. And thank you, Omar, for making us proud also being a part of IBA. As the officer of IBA also, we are planning to make IBA big in our country, in the Philippines. So that's my plan to help those less fortunate kids in the Philippines. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
So we thank Manny for his words. Manny is our vice president. Amazing. Vice president of IBA. Manny Pacquiao. We're going places for sure. Thanks, Manny. Nice words as always. Morning, Glenn. His team alongside you. How are you? Good. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick intervene here with the IBA boxing game. President's just asked us to do a few words on IBA boxing game. IBA boxing game, as we touched on briefly, we discussed this heavily in Istanbul. It was there in the Cube. Everyone was invited to go in. We've got it in the foyer of this, just outside here at the back of the doors. So I would actively encourage you to have a go. I think we're going to do a short video on this one. Do we have it ready, gentlemen, at the rear? Short video. Okay. Okay, so we're going to come back to the video. When it's ready, we will put it on. Can you just go back to the slide, please, where we were previously? It'll be ready in 20 minutes. Okay, so we're going to show you a video in about 20 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to hand the floor over to Yuri, our legal counsel, who will take you through some important business. Yuri, please take the floor. Thank you very much. Let's give a round of applause for Yuri. He's done some great work. He's my go-to man in everything. Yuri, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear delegates, dear guests of the Congress, amazing boxing family. I have an honor to represent you several matters according to our agenda, and now we will discuss the membership matters. So, as you know, IBA is the biggest international organization for the sport of boxing. We have an incredible number of national federations, and we are going to develop our activity in this regard. So, we have several candidates for today to join the International Boxing Association, and one of these candidates, Argentina, because unfortunately the previous federation resigned, and we have the new federation, which is outstanding organization. So a few words about the country. The country is quite big. They have 46.2 million people in the country. The area is 2.78 million. So we all know that it's based in Latin America, and it's the member of United Nations since 1945. The few words about the federation. So the new federation was established in 2025, but they already did a lot. So at this moment they have 20 gyms and around 50 boxers. The sources of funds for this federation comes mainly from donations, their own events and advertising and sponsorship contracts. This federation has their own national championships, and they are represented here. Their boxers came to Dubai to IBA World Boxing Championships to compete with another boxers from other national federations. So thanks to Argentina National Federation for sending boxers for this competition. The president is Mr. Gonzalo Daniel Guzman Molina, who applied to IBA membership. This federation has been approved as a provisional member of IBA, so it's the power of the board, and once the board approved any candidate to become provisional member, then according to Article 9.4 of our Constitution, this matter goes to the Congress, and then the Congress has several options: to admit the provisional member as a permanent member and a national federation, then to defer consideration of the application to a subsequent Congress, or specify several conditions to become a national federation, or to reject the application. So yesterday, on 12 December, we had a board meeting. The board discussed the Argentinian Boxing Association, and the board decided to recommend the Congress to admit Argentinian Boxing Association as IBA National Federation and the permanent member. So therefore, we have a proposal for voting. So we have a proposal for voting. Do you agree to admit the Argentinian Boxing Association as a national federation and a member of IBA as per recommendation of IBA Board of Directors? So, Matt, over to you. Please conduct the voting.
Thank you very much, and the vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is now closed. Please wait a moment while we calculate the results. And the results displayed. So out of a total possible votes of 125, 106 were cast, 105 in favour, 1 against, and 5 abstained. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Thank you so much. Welcome to IBA family.
Yes, excellent news, Yuri.
We move forward. So, for the sake of transparency, we have several boxing associations which are trying to be the member of IBA, And some of them, like Argentina, we worked with them during this year, and we realized that this association, boxing association, is a reliable partner for the country. But sometimes it happens that we have application from the national federation, and after some period of work with this national boxing association, we realize that this boxing association is not ready yet to become the member of IBA. And one of these examples is the Netherlands Boxing Federation, the new one, because the previous one resigned a few years ago, and the new one applied to become the member of IBA. And during our work with this national federation, we realized that it's not active and is not cooperative with IBA. Unfortunately, de facto, on paper, they declared more athletes, but de facto, it appeared that they have only one athlete, women athlete. They didn't send any men athlete to this competition, the World Boxing Championships here in Dubai. And the big problem also that they did not demonstrate the interest to become the permanent member. So when they were invited to become the permanent member of IBA, they didn't accept this, but on the contrary, they tried to establish us several conditions which we shall fulfill in order that them will join us. So we believe that this approach is not acceptable, and therefore the board of directors yesterday discussed this matter and decided to recommend the Congress to reject, unfortunately, to reject the application of this federation, and we believe that we will have the better candidate from the Netherlands to join IBA family. Therefore, the proposal for vote is the following. Do you agree to reject the application of the Dutch Boxing Federation to become a national federation and a member of IBA as per recommendation of the IBA Board of Directors? So, according to our constitution, we shall vote. Therefore, I pass the floor to Matt. Matt, please conduct the voting.
Thank you very much, and the vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. So out of a total possible votes of 126, 102 votes were cast, 92 said yes, 10 said no, and 10 abstained. Thank you. I hand the floor back.
Thank you so much. So we move forward. Then we have several federations which are currently suspended by the IBA Board of Directors, and we need the decision of the Congress what to do with these national federations. And one of these federations is the Boxing Federation of India. This federation was suspended by the board due to several significant violations of the IBA constitution and IBA regulations, in particular, persistent not participation in IBA-owned and confederation events, failure to respond to repeated official communications from IBA and SBC, violation of obligation to actively develop and govern the boxing in its country, and also for conduct against the interests of International Boxing Association. Here, I just wanted to remind you that we still have the court case against the Boxing Federation of India, which didn't pay us the money, the hosting fee for the championships 2023, World Championships 2023 in New Delhi. So we conducted an amazing event in this country, but unfortunately they didn't pay us the fees which we expected to receive in order to cover at least a part of the prize money. And now we are in court against this federation. So we already have another boxing federation from India, which is ready to become IBA member. So therefore, even if we exclude this one, we will have reliable, I hope we will have a reliable partner in this country. Before the Congress, this national federation was granted a deadline to demonstrate its compliance with IBA constitution and regulations, but they failed to reply. So their right to be heard were fully respected, but unfortunately they even did not reply to us. So on 12th December, yesterday, the board had a meeting and discussed the matter of India, and the recommendation of the board is to terminate the membership of Boxing Federation of India. So you have on your screen the proposal for vote. The proposal is the following. Do you agree to terminate the membership of the Boxing Federation of India? So Matt, over to you. Please conduct the voting.
Thank you very much. And the vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. Out of a total possible 126 votes, 103 were cast, 94 said yes, 9 said no, and 12 abstained. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Yeah, thank you. So the president authorized me to notify you that he has just visited India, and he met wonderful people from amazing boxing federation, and therefore we invite the colleagues from India on this stage, please. So yeah, this federation, just for your information, has a big number of boxers. They brought the boxers to IBA World Boxing Championship here in Dubai. And we invite the colleagues just to explain the few words about them.
Thank you for all boxing family, our President, Mr. Umar, Mr. General Secretary and CEO, Mr. Chris, and legal partner and financial. आप सबको बहुत बहुत भारत की तरफ से नमस्कार. In now boxing family, we are since 1948 federation. India is a big country and big opportunity. So, my General Secretary, Mr. Rakesh Thakranji, and the CEO, Dr. Bipin, is always with IBA. So, follow rules and regulation with IBA. I am National President. You suggested, come India, our National Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, and Russian Prime Minister, Vladimir Putin sir. Now, very great meetings in India for sports side. So, welcome and thank you. Mr. Aziz is very grateful from sports and ACI Championship. Last year I went Sri Lanka. Then this Indian Amateur Boxing Federation is great honor to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, we are waiting your official application to become IBA member. So we move forward with our agenda. Yeah, just a few slides about the membership matters. The next country, the Pakistan, and the picture with Pakistan Boxing Federation is quite similar to the situation with the old federation in India. So this, the current Pakistan Boxing Federation was found in serious violations of IBA constitution and IBA regulations. Their violations are quite similar to the Indian one, and so the board suspended this federation on 22nd of April, and before this Congress, the National Federation of Pakistan was granted with a deadline to demonstrate compliance with the IBA constitution and regulations, but unfortunately they did not reply us. Their right to be heard was fully respected, and here we have also several candidates from Pakistan to become IBA member, and IBA International Department will work closely together with Pakistan in order to fill vacant position if this country, if the respective Congress will decide to remove the current Pakistan Boxing Federation. So again, the board of directors had a meeting yesterday, and the recommendation of the board is to terminate the membership of the Pakistan Boxing Federation, and proposal for vote is the following. Do you agree to terminate the membership of the Pakistan Boxing Federation? Matt? Please.
Thank you very much. The vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. So out of 126 total possible votes, 105 were cast, 97 said yes, 8 said no, and 9 abstained. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Thank you. And the last point in membership matters for today, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So all I can tell about this national federation, unfortunately, they are suspended till from 2021. As you can see on your screen, the board decided to suspend this boxing federation on 30th of June 2029 for lack of compliance with membership policy and lack of any activity. So unfortunately, since 2021, this federation did not provide us any single document. We give them a lot of chances. We tried to communicate with them. We tried to receive at least any information from them, but unfortunately, it didn't work. And so the matter was discussed yesterday at the board meeting, and the board recommendation is to terminate the membership of Boxing Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For the sake of procedure, this federation was granted with a deadline to demonstrate their compliance with IBA regulations and IBA constitution, but again, they failed to reply. The right to be heard was totally respected, but unfortunately, we have no response. And therefore, proposal for vote is the following. Do you agree to terminate the membership of the Boxing Association of St. Vincent and the Grenadines? Matt, over to you, please.
Thank you very much. The vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. So out of 126 total possible votes, 104 valid votes were cast, 98 said yes, 6 said no, and 6 abstained. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Thank you so much. So I was informed that the presentation about IBA boxing game is ready. Therefore, we will have the few minutes of digitalization, and then we go back to the legal matters. Thank you.
Just on this one, ladies and gents, this is a really great project that the President's put together, and there will be a process of e-sport activity, which will be used as a good marketing tool for IBA, along with a process of sponsorship. So, whilst on the back end of this, the winner, or the winner at the end of the year that comes in line with their various statistics that go through each pecking order from 1 downwards, okay, the winner of this overall activity, which is going to be done online, will be $100,000. So again, money put into this new e-sport, new IBA boxing game, and something that's going to be used to benefit our activities in the field of play. Okay, let's have a video. Thank you.
To IBA Boxing Game, the world's first open boxing world, where anyone can become a champion. You enter a living, breathing city, Moscow, around you. real players from all over the world. Challenge them to fights, chat, make friends, or just hang out with text and voice chat. The crowd is alive, cheering, laughing, shouting your name. Win your fights, earn virtual currency. Train hard, upgrade your gear, new gloves, shoes, shorts, and special boosts. Each punch makes you stronger, each victory brings you closer to greatness. Step into the ring as real boxing legends. Manny Pacquiao, Roy Jones Jr., Ben Whittaker, Dmitry Bivol, Albert Batirgazev, and many, many more. Find out who's truly the best. Travel the world from Moscow, Cuba, and New York, each with its own champions. Dream big and become one of them. Climb the leaderboard, earn the IBA Digital Champion belt, and the top fighter wins a real IBA title belt, plus $100,000 in cash prizes. Play anywhere, on your PC, tablet, or phone. We built a special one-hand vertical mode for mobile, so go ahead, beat them all with one hand. This is IBA Boxing Universe! An open world of champions. With IBA.
Amazing, so amazing.
We have this belt and $100,000 for esports winners. We start our World Esports Championship. 1 month ago, we've been in Mumbai, India, and we really have fun with the local players, and we have first winners. And in the next year, we have plan go to Philippines, Brazil, and more countries. And we want to invite Shannon to our game. Do you want to be one more character in our game?
I'm super excited. This game is beautiful. I played yesterday outside. I was like, wow, I can't wait to join the game. Hopefully, my boy said January I'll be in the game. And I think this is great outreach to many kids around the world. It's going to empower kids who want to be involved. And $100,000 for the digital belt. Again, this will help so many kids around the world that want to make money and be involved with something like this. This is great. And Umar, we thank you again for having such a great vision and something powerful like this. The outreach for children is unreal. Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go, champ.
Yeah. Thank you for IBA family, and special thanks to Umar Nazarovich Kremlov and boxers
And players.
together.
That's right, around the world.
Yeah.
Let's go, champ.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, champ.
Okay, thank you.
Everybody should have a go of that. Out in the back of the hall in there.
Yeah.
Just cast your eye, have a look. Interesting.
Unfortunately, I'm not able to present the amendments to the Constitution with the same energy, you know, with the same power. Unfortunately, next time I will try. So, as you know, every year we are trying to make our regulatory basis better and better, and the Constitution is our main document So from time to time, we need to improve it and to make it more stronger. So why we need to amend the constitution this time? We have 4 main reasons why we propose you these amendments. The first reason is the recent challenges which we faced with the world on sport, and we need to react on these challenges, and our constitution shall be in line with these challenges. Then we need to improve our governance system. So we understand that the current governance system of IBA requires optimization. So it's effective, but we need it to have more and more effective, because we understand that several proposals from the previous times, they didn't work, and we need to improve the system. Also, what we need is to unite and to make more strength our community, and therefore several amendments they are focused in this direction. And the last reason why we amend the constitution is the wording, the improvement, because the legal technique is not the same place. It's improving all the time, and we need also to improve our documents in terms of wording, in terms of legal wording. So on this slide, you can see the chronology of the process. We started in July, and from July to August, we analyzed the current situation. So we analyzed we identified our risks and existing problems, and we developed the solutions how we inside IBA head office can see this. Then from September to October, the legal department drafted amendments to the constitution, and on 27 October 2025, we had the meeting of the board in Manila, Philippines, where the board discussed the amendments to the constitution, and these amendments were unanimously approved by the board. Then the draft of the constitution was shared with the national federations 1 month before the Congress, as it required by the IBA constitution. So on 12th of November, you received the full package of documents for this Congress, including the draft of the constitution. And till 6 December, you had a deadline to provide your commentaries and proposals to the amendments to IBA constitution. And so according to the information I received from the international department, we had only one proposal. So the proposal was to concentrate on semi-professional boxing instead of, because the current constitution says that IBA is responsible for all types of boxing. So we are working with amateur boxing, with professional boxing, with semi-professional boxing, and the proposal we came to IBA head office was just to focus on the semi-professional boxing. So yeah, I don't think that the most of delegates will agree with this proposal, and at least head office and the president, you know our president, you know his ambitions, you know his power, his energy. He would never accept this to limit our activity only to semi-professional boxing. Therefore, we believe that we cannot accept this proposal, and therefore, with full respect to this proposal, we did not include this to the package for voting today, because again, we believe that IBA is the family of the whole boxing and not only the part of boxing. So I will explain you the proposed amendments in a short way, but I guess that some of them needs to be more explained because on the paper they can give a reason for concern, but when I will explain you will understand that why we propose these amendments. So we go one by one. Preamble. In the current constitution, we have the reference to the IOC Charter, and the proposal is to replace the reference to IOC Charter by fundamental principles of Olympism. I guess you understand the reason why we do this, because we don't have the Olympic recognition. We, of course, believe that it's not fair, and we must be the part of the Olympic family, but we are not linked to the IOC, and therefore, the reference to the IOC Charter is not necessary. But we are still respecting the fundamental principles of the Olympism, because they are part of the Olympic Charter. They are quite significant for sport, and therefore we fully respect them, and we want to have them to be mentioned in the Constitution. Then we go from preamble, we go to the definitions, and the definitions were amended in line with other amendments to the Constitution. Then we go to Article 5.4, letter H, and 11.1, letter J of the current Constitution, and we propose to exclude these amendments, to exclude these provisions from the Constitution, which says that the National Federation cannot participate in other international boxing association other than IBA. So we believe this is a rudiment. We want the boxing family to be united, and therefore, as a gesture of unity, we want to propose this amendment. And moreover, according to the Swiss law, it's not legal to establish such restrictions. We had several correspondence exchanges with the Swiss Competition Committee, and we've got from them the commentary that this is not fully in compliance with Swiss law. We are trying to be in a full compliance, therefore the proposal is to exclude from the Constitution. Then we have a new rule in Article 7.4 about succession of the national federations. Actually, we took this good example from sports area, from sports jurisprudence, in particular football jurisprudence, because in football there is the definition of sporting succession, when the football club can change an entity, but it's still the same football club. So, and we realized that sometimes our national federations, they have problems with an entities. And if they have the problems with an entity, like closed bank accounts, I don't know, the problems with the Ministry of Justice or something like this, the entity is closed, but then to become IBA new member, they need to resign, then again apply as a provisional member, then become the full member, very, very long process. The proposal is quite simple. Even if the federation has the problems with an entity, we can admit the new entity as a successor of the national federation, and it will be still the same national federation, but with a new entity. But it doesn't mean that the federation can change entity. You have a debt, then you change the entity, and you clean the debts, and then again. So, of course, we will regulate this process, and the board will approve the regulations on the succession of the national federations, which will establish the rules how it will work in order to ensure the stability and in order to secure the boxing stakeholders in the relevant country. But it will make the life of young national federations, of respective national federations, quite easier. Then we go to Article 8 of the amended Constitution, and according to our proposal, the admission to the membership shall be decided by the board instead of the Congress. So you see that every year we come up with the proposals please accept this federation, and we understand that the process is quite complicated, and in the current situation, when we have several federations resigning from IBA, we need to make the process for new member federations a little bit easier. And therefore, a proposal is the following. In Article 9, we exclude the provisional membership. We don't need the provisional membership. And instead of these two steps process, when first the board grants the provisional membership, then the Congress grants the permanent membership, we make it much easier. The candidate submit application to the board. The board will do more careful examination of the candidate, and once it's approved, then according to decision of the board, the candidate will become the full member of IBA. So we go to further amendments. Article 12.3, according to the current constitution, if we have the national federation in breach, the notice of charge shall be delivered by the board. And in practice, it means the following. If they have the federation with a significant breach of IBA rules, the board first need to have a meeting to issue notice of charge, and then to have another meeting to suspend this federation. And actually, we believe that we don't need the first step because it's quite bureaucratic issue which can be done by the head office. So if the head office can see that there are problems with the federation, without calling the board meeting, the IBA head office will issue the notice of charge and will respect the right to be heard from respective national federation. And once we receive all commentaries from the national federation concerned, the matter goes to the board, and then the board will decide what to do. Sorry. Yeah. So now we go to Article 13 about amendment of the Continental Confederations rule. So as you're aware, currently we have continental confederations, and I'm sure all of us, let's be transparent, we are aware about the problems we previously had with continental confederations. And the proposal of IBA is the following. We want to keep the same system in terms of sports, governance, and politics, but we want to change the system in terms of finance and administrative matters, because we don't want to have again the situations when each president of continent, once elected, is establishing his new company with his bank accounts, then he resigned or suspended or something else, and then we don't have any access, or his successor, he doesn't have any access to the accounts, to the finances, to the bank account, to the papers, and so on. We don't want this situation anymore. Therefore, our suggestion is the following. We suggest to replace continental confederations by the continental units, and what is more important, the name of these units. It will be IBA Africa, IBA America, IBA Asia, IBA Europe, and IBA Oceania. So we underline that these continental units, they will be the part of IBA. So, and if we give them the name of IBA, then we're also responsible for the obligations of these continental units. And as I told you, in terms of politics, sports, and governance, it will be the same. The continents will have the same powers, they will have the same competitions, but with support of IBA. So the accounting and finances and administrative issues goes to IBA. And as you can see on this slide, the IBA will approve the regulations about the structure of the continental units, because the amendment says that the continental units shall include the president and other staff hired by IBA to manage and develop the boxing. And as a good example, we took the basketball federation, International Basketball Federation, FIBA, where they have continental zones with the same names, FIBA Europe, FIBA Africa, and so on. And the regulations which the board will develop and establish for the continents, according to these regulations, each continent will have General Assembly, the meeting of the national federations representatives to decide the most important matters. Then it will have its own board to have the meetings from several time to time, so to discuss the most important matters within the federation. It will have the president and also necessary committees, at least competition committee, because we understand that we cannot manage all competitions from IBA head office. At least continental competitions shall be managed at the level of the continents. We will develop these documents shortly in order to ensure smooth transformation of the system. But again, the main reason here is finances and administrative. We want IBA to be responsible for finances and administrative matters within the continents. So it means that we take more responsibility on us, including the finances. So yeah, the few points I have to mention here about the continental reforms. The amendment to Article 13.4 about geographical jurisdiction of the continents. According to current constitution, it's for the Congress to decide the geographical area, but we believe it's too much complicated, and it's better to give this floor to the IBA Board of Directors. And amendment to Article 13.5 about the continental president. So it was quite hot discussion in Manila, how to elect the continental president, and finally the board decided to propose the following. So we will have the elections of IBA board, and representatives of each continent must be in IBA board. And from its own composition, IBA board will elect the continental president who must belong to the same continent. So it means that representative of America cannot be the president of Asia. So it shall be a person, the member of IBA board, from the same continent. So we move ahead. Article 15.2. We make the eligibility criteria for national federations to participate in the Congress a little bit softer, including we want to exclude the requirement about necessary number of the competitions, because we understand that several countries in several periods, they just don't have possibility to participate in the competitions. And therefore, we want all boxing family to be presented here in the Congress, and therefore we believe that the eligibility criteria shall be a little bit softer. Then about the Congress, according to current constitution, we have the Congress annually, so we will try to keep the same, but at least on the constitution, we want to mention every 2 years, because if we understand that the next year, for example, we don't have extremely important matters to discuss, maybe we can have a Congress only once every 2 years. And also what we did in Article 17, we clarified the definition of the hybrid form of the Congress, because in the current constitution it's defined not so well. Article 18, extraordinary Congress, and again here we clarified the definition of the hybrid form of the meeting. Then we go to Article 24 about the Board of Directors. So the proposal is for the next composition of the board, which shall be elected in 2026. The proposal is to have 13 number of directors. So therefore we wanted to reduce the number of directors. To have 1 IBA president and 12 independent directors, provided that each continent shall be represented in the board. Then we move to Article 25, criteria for independent directors. We make it more simple, still, of course, in compliance with the good governance principles, but a little bit softer. Then we move to several articles of the current constitution, namely 27.6 from 31.2 to 31.4. And the proposal is to exclude these provisions of the current constitution, which says about 2 consecutive terms of the office for the directors. So we understand that the board shall consist of professional managers. And if we have really professional manager, then it will be for you, for national federations, to decide if you want to see this professional manager third time or not. But this artificial limit, we believe it doesn't work. And the experience of many other international federations shows it that it doesn't work. So we go to Article 30.2 of the amended constitution, which says, if no quorum at the election congress meeting, the term of office of the directors shall be automatically extended till the next election congress meeting where there is a quorum. So we realized that we have a gap if something happened and we have a quorum, what to do with the term of the office of the board of directors. And therefore, if it happens, of course we believe it will not happen, but the law is something about which you never, if it will be happen or not, you know. So if it will happen, then we have the clear rule what we will do with the board of directors. Then we go to Article 28.1. We propose to reduce the number of the meetings of the board of directors from 6 to 4, just because we realized that 4 meetings of the board is enough. 6 may be too much, and the suggestion is to spend this money to the boxing, to the athletes, to the development, and not for the administrative meetings. Therefore, 1 meeting every quarter is enough to discuss the significant matters. And we also have in the Constitution mail vote, which we use from time to time, and if we have important matters and urgent matters, then we use the mechanism of mail vote. And also, we always can have a virtual meeting, which is quite easier and requires less financing than in personal meeting. Then we go to Article 33.4. In case of vacant position in the board, other than the president, the proposal is that this vacant position shall be filled by a decision of the board after transparent call and waiting checks of the candidates. So, why we proposed this? Because currently we have several vacant positions in the board after resignation of several board members. And to fill this vacant position, we need just to spend, I don't know, $1 million to have another Congress, to have the vetting, the selection process, to have electoral campaign and so on. It's really expensive and really difficult. So the proposal is the following. We have our BIU. The BIU has nomination unit, and the nomination unit will check the candidates, propose them, will call will open transparent call, check the candidates, then submit it to the board, and the board will approve a candidate to become a board member to fill this vacant position. Then we move to Article 37 of the current Constitution, which establishes the regulations about the corporate governance committees. So it was proposal from Governance Reform Group, chaired by Ulrich Haas, to split all our committees into corporate governance committees and to the other committees. Finally, we realized that it doesn't work. So our proposal is just exclude this from the Constitution. It doesn't mean that we close Athletes and Finance Committee. Of course not. So we will just regulate them at the level of the regulations. And IBA regulations, we will amend it at the first meeting of the board in 2026. And the board will establish the regulations for these respective committees. And the last proposal is about the BIU. So we want to improve the quality of the members of the BIU, and we want to reduce expenses. So therefore, the proposal is the following. We currently have the DRC, and we have DRC for dispute resolution, and we have the tribunal for sanctions on disciplinary and ethics matter. And the offer is the following. We combine these two bodies into one body, and the chair of this committee will choose the best arbitrators from both bodies to establish the single and quite strong body for dispute resolution, for ethics, and disciplinary matters. So we move to my last slide about transitional provisions. Article 49 says the following. First, the directors who currently serve in the board shall keep their position until election Congress meeting to be held during the last quarter of 2026. So we here underline that the next year will be elective year, and next year we will meet here in Dubai or maybe in other countries, and it will be further decided by the board, to have elections. But until these elections in 2026, the current composition of the board keep their positions. Then the presidents of confederations, after our reform, shall automatically become the continental presidents in the meaning of new constitution, and the continental presidents for Asia and for Africa shall be appointed by the board, and they will become the directors with immediate effect. So, for example, we have acting president in Asia, and the board will be invited to vote for this acting president to become the continental president for Asia and to become the member of the board. So the same will be for Africa. Again, the board will decide who shall become the continental president for Africa till the end of 2026. And in 2026, during the elections, we will use the new process for filling these positions. So again, just a reminder, the Congress will elect 13 members to the board, including president and 12 independent members of the board, and then from the composition of the board, the continental presidents will be elected. Thank you so much. So, if you have any questions, Chris, can you?
I don't have any questions. There wasn't any questions presented as we push the constitution changes out. If anyone has any questions direct to Yuri whilst he's here on the stage regarding the constitution, please feel free. If not, we'll go straight to the vote.
Yeah.
Okay, straight to the vote, please. Thank you.
Yeah, Matt, please.
Thank you very much. The vote is now open. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. Out of 126 total possible votes, 107 valid votes were cast, 100 in favour, 7 against, and 5 abstained.
Thank you so much. I give the floor back to Chris.
Thank you very much, everybody, for your support there. It was an interesting period looking at those changes to the Constitution, but great job, Yuri. Thank you very much, you and your team, for doing that. We've got the boxing game belt. Before we move to Katerina, we've got the boxing game belt. Let's just come up on the stage. Let's have a bit of music. There we go. Very nice. Okay, thank you. So, the belt will be in the lobby after the Congress. Feel free to have your photograph taken. It's an exclusive, one-off. So, welcome to have your photograph directly taken after this. Okay, let's move on. So, Katerina will present some figures on our accounts, and Katerina, over to you. Thank you. Can we move on to the slides, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Next slide. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so basically, we would like to present our financial report as we do it every year. Here in the presentation, it will be key figures of our activity for the period 2024-2025. Just to give you overview of, let's say, of the main incomes and key areas of expenses. So as previously, we have principal income at sponsoring and TV rights, which was around 5 million francs Swiss. So everything is in francs Swiss. Then the main key areas of expenses categories, it's confederation support. We supported, we allocated funds to confederations Oceania, Africa, Asia, and America. We also allocated to national federations, including Uganda, Greece, Portugal, Moldova, and all others national federation. Then we also have expenses for IBA meetings and congresses, around 1.3 million Swiss francs. So the figure covers Congress Dubai 2024. It also covers the costs of BOD meeting, which were held in person in Cuba and Dubai, and also online meetings. Yeah. So then we have personal expenses and consultant expenses. It's around 2.5 million. It includes more than 15 staff members and consultants. And we are principally based in Switzerland, Dubai, Turkey, India, Russia. And so consultants and staff members provide operational, legal, strategical support for organizations. So go further. We have marketing, communication expenses. So it's around 1 million. And the amount is basically allocated to develop IBA marketing strategy, also to cover press conferences costs, and to provide maintenance and development of our official website. Then we have training expenses as every year. So we pay courses for referees and judges. We cover first-star coaches courses. And also last year we proposed some postgraduate education programs in sport industries. And then we have important expenses item, which is anti-doping and normalization BAU expenses, which represent 7,000 francs Swiss. And it covers principally its international testing agency fees. And basically it's to get anti-doping tests after each event, and each event and its important category for us. Going further, so we can say that during 2024 and 25, we granted prize money for 10 championships: Europe, Asia, you have Africa. So you can see the map. Yes, and it's Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, Budva, Montenegro, Dubai, Olympic events in Paris, Serbia, Congo, Thailand, Beijing, China, Austria, and Bulgaria. Additionally, we also allocated awards for championship night events. We got several events, several night events in different countries, and so we can mention Russia. It was Moscow, Sochi, Kirov, Ufa. It was also in Cuba, in Havana, Spain, Madrid, Azerbaijan, Baku, and all other. There is a list is more than that. So we granted awards and prize money in these events. So basically, this is what I wanted to present. It's just the key figures of our activity for the past year, and then I pass speech to Chris Roberts.
Thank you, Katerina. Girls inside the office, particularly when it comes to prize money, trying to get the prize money over the line to various different accounts is quite challenging. The good bit, clearly there's a lot of expenditure going out now, in particular where we've got the World Championships here, and we're looking at 8.32 million for this event. And for next year, and you'll see it in January because we're going to present some other bits and pieces for you, which ties in line with the business that Yuri's been discussing about the Constitution. We're circa around about 55 million, which we'll put into all of our continental work, all of our courses, and moving forward for the event. So that's a figure that the President has given us today. That's on principle working on 55 million for events moving forward. Okay, Matt, over to you.
Thank you very much. The vote is now open to approve the audited accounts and reports for 2024 to 2025. The vote will close in 20 seconds. The vote will close in 10 seconds. The vote is now closed. And the results displayed. Out of 126 total possible votes, 101 valid votes were cast, 101 in favour, 0 noes and 6 abstentions. Thank you very much. I hand the floor back.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. Okay, so President is still tied up at the moment, not literally, but he's out the back. He's in a meeting. So before we go to close of the Congress, would anybody like to speak? Would anybody like to raise any topic? Mr. Vincent, yes, please. Could we have a mic over here? Ladies, could we have a microphone here? Microphone. Mr. Vincent. Microphone down at the front. Mr. Vincent, raise your hand, please. Just here. There we go. Left, brother. This way. Excuse me. Yeah, keep going. There. Stop. There. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Mr. Secretary General.
Yeah.
I noted 3 points I want to focus on based on what the Treasurer mentioned a moment ago. The first is the Article 8 of approval, in fact, by the legal person. I felt that the approval of membership should still remain in the hands of the Congress and not left to the Executive Committee. That's one point. The second point is the Confederation's or National Federation support, financial support. I want to point out that is absolutely, totally inadequate. Because how in the world do you expect us to advance our programs, develop our boxes with what we received, which I thought was, in simple, a slap in the face and disgraceful? We noted that other areas other than the Americas are being given more attention, more financial support, but for some strange reason, especially us in the English-speaking Caribbean region, and indeed Latin America, we have certainly been, in some cases, neglected. And I can say that personally, communications that I forwarded to IBA has never even been responded to. And there are many had not even been responded to. Training and development has been certainly inadequate, and it needs to be more in focus. And my final point is the championship prize money. I believe there was one event in the Americas that was held in Havana sometime last year. There are too many other countries in the region with boxers who are ready and able to participate in these events. And it seems like IBA is simply cherry picking who they chose to participate and benefit from these events. I wrote IBA, and they hadn't responded yet, recommending 2 of my boxers being invited to participate in these events. Disrespectful, because if I write you and you don't respond, you're being disrespectful. So I want this thing to be a level playing field, not necessarily because you are the chair and I am down on the floor. My vote is important as any other vote in this country, in this Congress. So I want that to be heard, and this is not just for the Bahamas. This is for the entire region, especially the English-speaking Caribbean region. We need to be more in focus. More attention needs to be paid to us. We've been going through hell being members of IBA. We've been deprived of financial assistance thanks to the other people. But yet, we are still being starved for whatever reason, and we still strong and fervent members of this IBA body. I look forward to being more attended to, our boxers being more benefited to, and not me signing a document more than 2 years ago to receive training equipments and hadn't received it yet. And I would like, if I write you a letter, for you to respond to my letter. Because if you communicate with me and I don't respond, 10 chances are I will be threatened with suspension. I look forward to a better working relationship from IBA for the Americas, especially in the speaking Caribbean, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent, for your comments, as always. Look, FSP is an interesting thing because what we like to see in the office, firstly, is a business case. I don't see many business cases come in, and I'll be quite frank. Mr. Chris, give me 20K. That doesn't work. We have a lot of outgoings. We have a lot of business to pay for. We have many events. I hear your point regarding number one. You had opportunity to respond before that time, 6th of December. Those points have gone through, so they've been approved, and they've been approved by the board, and they've been approved by the Congress here. I take your point on regarding connectivity in the Americas. I suggest also that you engage with the President of the Americas. On the back of that, what I would like to say is there's been a big expenditure to bring the AMBC membership here to Dubai. And the event that you talk about in Havana, also we paid for. So we do support. In terms of individual development, not easy. Challenges, I hear that as well. So let's discuss further. I appreciate your support to IBA, and we've had conversations before in the past, and thank you very much. But we aim now, as Yuri's already mentioned, to realign the Constitution to ensure that our finances are shared accordingly. And please, let's have volunteer for events. But there has to be a robust business case. There has to be a robust bidding process. So thank you very much. And I appreciate you bringing your team here as well, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy. But a lot of money. Okay, thank you, Mr. Vincent. We can continue the discussion after, over lunch, I'm sure, as always. Thank you. General, did you want to speak? General? Can we have a mic down here for the General, please? General. Mr. Olunga. Please, thank you.
Merci, Monsieur le Secrétaire Général.
Thank you, Secretary General. Before starting, I would like the Congress to have 1 minute of silence for the loss of Mr. Eric, authorizing the Assembly to stand up and have 1 minute of silence for his loss.
Away. So let's have a minute silence.
Merci, merci. Merci, merci. Merci.
Eric was an interesting character, General, certainly was. God bless him.
Mr.
Secretary General, please. I took the microphone to mention the following. Africa and me personally, I was surprised to see the president. I wanted the president to be here to say thank you for his 5 years. No country in Africa has missed the championship. Thank to the support. And now, as we speak, many of the presidents, many of the presidents come here to the chairman. Thanks to the president Tremelev. I would like to please a round of applause for the president. Dear Secretary General, we agree with your policies. We agree with your politics. And personally, I would say the contrary. I'm not against my friend from the Caribbean, but I would like to please thank the Secretary General because he answers the message we send him, and he always because every time we write, after not even 2 days, even the day after, we get an answer. And finally, I would like to say, Mr. Secretary General, we were just voting, and we voted IBA Asia, IBA Africa, but for our Committee of Normalization, we think that if you can think about this, so we can have a good answer. Thank you very much.
Over here. Hello, sir. Thank you very much.
أتينا إليكم من لبنان. شكرا. نحن في لبنان نريد السلام واخذوا منا ما يدهش العالم. نريد السلام للبنان. اتمنى من جميع الدول التحدث لايجاد السلام للبنان واخذوا منا ما يدهش العالم. كلنا ابطال في لبنان، اعطونا السلام واخذوا منا ما يدهش العالم.
And you'll take what the wonders from us.
I've just got it. I've got it, yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you. At the back there. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Good day, Congress. Greetings to everyone. I'm David Christopher, President, St. Lucia Boxing Association. First of all, I want to really thank you immensely, IBA, for giving us the opportunity, our boxers from St. Lucia. It's a great story that needs to be told. John Didier, St. Lucia, 18 years old, first time in a professional ring, boxing at this level, won his first bout against the Ivory Coast. It was a sight to see in St. Lucia on the big screen in the National Park, everyone cheering for John Didier, who came out of an area in St. Lucia, 2022, 2023, every day you have 5-6 killings, shooting, real bad area, and John stayed in the ring, and today came to Dubai and won his first fight, first international fight for St. Lucia. Give him a round of applause. John Didier. We all achieved this by the support from IBA, the gears, the equipments, the support for the OECS boxing tournament, the support for the Caribbean Championship, where we saw AIBA supporting all the countries with $5,000 making the way to St. Lucia. And this is the birth of a champion. Look out for John Didier. Down the road, you will see more of him. We didn't get in the money area, but we won. And we're very satisfied with that victory. We hope moving forward in these tournaments that every time a boxer won, they get some kind of support, even if it's $1. We may not get 130, but maybe we can get 1,000, maybe we can get 500 for that kind of effort. We have to support these youths and show them that we care about them. Again, moving forward, my good friend, Vincent Sharon, you know Vincent is a power puncher. He punched from upstairs, downstairs, uppercut, straight rights. So Vincent said it like it is. But we like to see something more happening down in the continents, AMBC. I didn't saw our president here today, our president. I don't know what's going on, but you know what's going on presently right now with the other side. They are squeezing your AIBA members. Those who stay with AIBA in the Americas, they're putting their knees on the neck and the shoulder of those members. So I just want to bring it to your attention that we with AIBA, we respect what AIBA is doing. We respect what they're doing for our young boxers and our development program. And as my good friend said, just turn the microphone and the telescopic lens a little bit down in the Caribbean. Thank you very much and all the best, AIBA.
Thank you, Mr. Chris. Let's have one more, please. Let's have one more. We've got Sia, Mr. Sia here from South Africa. Mr. Sia, yes, please.
Greetings to you, CEO.
Greetings, Sia.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and greetings to the fellow compatriots. CEO, I think it's befitting for me to start by appreciating you as the Secretary General before saying anything, that I think you came at a time that I can characterize as the most difficult time in boxing. And you managed to keep the ship afloat. And I want to give you and the staff members credit without forgetting the visionary leadership of President Umar Kremlev. Thank you very much for the support as well as the strategic initiatives that you keep on bringing into our space.
Thank you, sir.
Let me then come to the most important aspect that provoked me to raise my hand in the best interest of boxing development, not only in my continent, but across the globe. As I scan the environment and listen to different people from different continents, I find one common element which needs to be addressed if we are to prosper as a boxing family. When you look and listen from the different continents, you get to hear that the issue of empowerment is essential. I'm going to unpack that for you and for the consumption of all members in the House. In my continent, you'll find that there are potential sponsors that can support boxing and boxing development. But we lack the essential tools to support us as national federations for us to present a compelling proposal to those potential funders. And I want to make a request in a form of a proposal to IBA in support of all national federations, that from the commercial companies that you hire, I want to make this submission that one, you extend their services to assist the continental structures, be it continental units or the national federations, with the proposals that they develop. They can share a template that the respective national federations can use in developing the sponsorship proposals. I am saying this as a leader of a national federation with an understanding that as and when we approach these potential companies, they normally or usually decline, not because they don't want to support boxing, but based on the quality of the document that we are submitting. Hence, the reason why I am making this request that, if possible, can we either have services or a template that could assist the national federations to produce a compelling sponsorship proposal that we can use to reach out to the companies. Before I take the seat, Chair, that was the proposal that I wanted to share. As we advance togetherness across the globe, CEO, I want to then conclude by saying the point around the constitution that has been adopted, I want a clarity from Mr. Yuri in terms of the effective date of the approved amendments. Are they effective with immediate effect, or they are deferred to a particular date? And also the expectation from IBA in terms of amendments on the national federation constitutions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sir. As always, very eloquently put, succinctly. Thank you. I hear you, absolutely. Development is key. Development is absolutely essential. We discussed it briefly yesterday. We want to create the conditions so that we enhance the opportunity for, whether it's an ITO, whether it's a referee and judge, whether it's a cut technician, whether it's a coach. We're trying to expand, and we've done some great work in the educational space. And I think we need to move on to diploma activity. We need to make sure that we capture and harness young officials, young energetic people that want to be part of it, because you're right, there has been a gap. There's been a gap for a while. And it's important that we educate and move forward. So in terms of the development program, and again, it's a discussion point that we had with the President, you will see some clear lines of communication and how that's going to be for 2026, set against, in particular, the African Championships. And we will identify, through national federations, those officials that you feel should be put forward, and we'll look at educational. This will be done online as well, because we find it very often that some of the courses, physically, on site, people are not ready. So our coaching courses, Gabriel's in here, he does some excellent work. He does hybrid courses, whether it be online or physically. We thank him for that. Anna's doing some work with Cut Tech, and we've got courses ongoing here at the back end of the championships, which is really important. So yes, agreed, we'll communicate that one out. And the other one, when it comes to sponsorship, marketing, I absolutely agree. Thank you very much, because it's also important for national federations to take ownership of their own business. It isn't just one way directly up. You know, we've got to go up, down, left and right, 360. So it's important, and I understand it's very challenging in some instances with this sport, but we have to help ourselves. So certainly, I'm all for it, Sia. We'll share what we do, part of best practice, to give you some templates so that you can look at rolling out. And also, you'll notice here that we've got some new partners. Let's discuss. DAZN, for example. We're also partnering up with this company to broadcast out. So there's been some great work. We need to share all this, and we'll share it out for sure. Thank you very much for your kind words also. I really appreciate those. I'm just going to hand over the legal comment to Yuri.
Yeah, so the commentary will be quite quick because the amendments to the Constitution, they shall be in legal force upon conclusion of this Congress meeting. So once the Congress meeting is done, then we will have new Constitution. And as I presented, we have transitional periods because we understand that several amendments, they require time for implementation, and therefore the board will have the full powers to ensure this smooth transformation of several conditions of the Constitution. But if I reply short to your question, the amendments will come into force upon the conclusion of this Congress meeting. Thank you.
I hope that answered your questions. So yeah, thank you very much. One more question. Let's have, for the lady at the back, one more question in the interest of time. Madame, you wanted a question? Yes? Do we have a microphone? Please.
Merci. Merci. Je me présente, Madame Aine Houssin, je représente la Tunisie. Je voudrais bien d'abord vous remercier pour l'occasion si précieuse.
This precious occasion of being among yourselves. I would also highlight the countries of North of Africa and the Arab countries who are part of the IBA family. Our conditions are improving every year. We have the talent, but we would like to have the quality of chance to participate even more in the World Championship and the championship that includes the IBA. So this was the main point. So we insist in the development of boxing in our country. And you always talk about the help that you provide to Africa in general, but I always feel that the north of Africa it's like we don't belong to Africa. So I would like to highlight your attention that we want to include us in as a participation, and why not in the future organize a world championship, a feminine world championship, just like this fantastic championship, but for women. Thank you for your attention, and sorry for my modest contribution.
Really appreciate that. Thank you. Indeed, we will be running the ladies' World Championships, the Women's World Championships. Pearl and Christy down here as IBA Board of Directors will hold me down to that for sure, and the President. Look, let's have one more before we go to lunch, because in the interest of time, we would like to. I've got Gabriel here who's just raised his hand. Please, Gabriel here. We need to get to lunch because I need to get you to the venue. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Gabriel.
I just was very happy with everything what was happening. But when I watched today the plan of IBA, I'm very exciting because I think that they will be really the gold era also for Africa. Thank you to include Africa for this big project. Another thing that I would like to challenge the IBA is to be international relationship department. For Africa, it's very important. I will say why. Our government doesn't know 10% of the big plan what IBA have. Another part, I will not say the name. Another part, they have a good father. It's a local Olympic committee that they make their sport diplomacy to our government. And we are sometimes in pressure because our government, they don't know this big plan that IBA have. I would like to challenge you to visit our countries, meet our sports minister. The equal what the Olympic Committee make with another part to press us, because if our sports minister understands the biggest plan that IBA have for our development, our federations, with how the IBA with the Manor Prize is changing the life of our boxers, the vision will be different. Thank you.
Thank you, Gabriel. Thank you very much. Okay, look, I know that some of you do have questions. I'm happy to answer those as we move out, so just grab me. We'll speak. But on behalf of the President, I would just like to say to everybody, thank you very much for what you do. Thank you very much how you support, how you interact. The questions are great. Yes, we do need to get out there. We do need to see what's happening. And Gabriel, I'm coming to your place, yeah? To Mozambique. Thank you. Will be very nice, for sure. We'll come and visit you. And let's keep moving forward. We look forward to seeing you all at the World Championships this afternoon. It's going to be a great event, and then the gala dinner. What I would like to do on closing is, I'd just like to thank my team for the work that they've done. We haven't just been here for 3 days. We've been here for 4 weeks. Normally come in to run a major championships 4 months. We've been here for 4 weeks to set up major world championships. We've set up the Congress. We've set up We've booked the hotels. Even down to the flags on the tables here, the staff were putting them on all night because we went from the venue to take all the members, and when we've come here, we've got the activity going on in the background with the presentation. The staff are now preparing to get you to the venue. We're going to look after you coming back. Then we've got to get you to the plane on the way out. Okay, please, just one. The staff have done a great job. They work extremely hard. We have a small team, so, you know, thanks very much for your support there. Thank you. Just one before we exit. You've got your flight ticket. You've got your timings. Please make sure that you're on the transport going in the right direction to the airport. Do not miss your plane, because for some of you, it's going to be an extremely long walk back. Yes? Okay, and we've had it. All right, so please enjoy your time. Have a great day. Enjoy the World Championships. Let's chat a bit more. Let's interact. Enjoy the gala dinner tonight. Make sure you got your best tucker on, looking sharp. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. We'll close the Congress. Thank you.